If you're a Cowboys fan and want to stay on top of the possible surprises of the new season, subscribe to our channel. Every day we have new videos with analysis, predictions, and hot news about the players who could take on bigger roles in 24. Don't miss any details and join us on this journey. 2 offensive players who could take on surprisingly bigger roles for the Cowboys in 2024. There are some unknown players in the Cowboys, offense worth keeping an eye on this season. With a new season approaching, it won't be long before we see some new players take on expanded roles for the Dallas Cowboys. This happens every year. Predicting these surprise performances can be a bit tricky, as some of them we can foresee, but others come out of nowhere. Regardless, it's still a fun exercise to play Nostradamus and try to predict some of the surprise contributions from players who would have otherwise been pretty quiet. Many factors play bigger roles, as sometimes they can be related to a new opportunity assigned to a roster spot. Other times, a coaching change might introduce a new philosophy that fits another player better. And then, sometimes, something just clicks, and a player makes a considerable leap in ability to the point where it's hard to keep him off the field. Today, we will look at 2 scenarios by identifying 2 offensive players who could stealthily take on bigger roles in 2024. This has the most logical explanation. A player leaves and the next man fills the void. In most cases, we already know which player will fill those shoes, but other times, it might be someone we didn't foresee. Last year, Jake Ferguson. After Dalton Schultz played out his rookie contract, the Cowboys were looking for a tight end. Without a viable player on the roster, the team rented Schultz's services for 1 more year by franchise tagging him in 2022, buying a little more time. That same year, they used their 4th-round draft pick to select Wisconsin tight end Jake Ferguson. Playing behind Schultz, Ferguson had 19 quiet receptions for 174 yards in his rookie season, but he's shown enough for the Cowboys to feel comfortable letting Schultz go. Last season, Ferguson was promoted to TE1 and delivered. It was as if Schultz had never left, as Ferguson caught 71 passes for 761 yards and 5 touchdowns. He rivaled Schultz's best season as a pro in 2021. CeeDee Lamb and Ferguson were the only 2 Cowboys receivers with over 100 targets last year. It's clear the Cowboys made the right decision, as Ferguson has already hit Schultz's peak and is only halfway through his rookie contract. This year, Jaylen Brooks. After being picked in the 7th round of last year's draft, not many expectations were placed on the South Carolina wide receiver. Buried behind Lamb, Brandin Cooks, Michael Gallup, Jalen Tolbert, and KaVontae Turpin, where would the rookie get any opportunity to see the field? But without any true receiver standing out beyond the big 2, the Cowboys spread the love and the rookie Brooks got a little taste of the action. He caught all 6 of his targets last year and at least caught our attention like confetti. This season, the team is without Gallup, so the WR3 spot is up for grabs. While everyone expects Tolbert to slide into that role, don't be surprised if it's the other Jalen who takes the bigger step forward. Brooks is a utility knife kind of guy, as he does a bit of everything. With value as a blocker and on special teams, he has that Noah Brown feel. But if he starts gaining Dak Prescott's confidence, we could see him get more involved as a receiver too. We're all rooting for Tolbert to be that guy, but don't sleep on Brooks. There may have been a time when we thought a player could be a significant contributor, but then multiple injuries caused them to fade into irrelevance. And just when you count them out, they finally string together a healthy season and remind us why we were excited in the first place. Last year, Rico Dowdle. Everyone always said that if Dowdle could stay healthy, he'd be a nice addition to the running backs room. It took 4 years to prove it, but they were right. After dealing with injuries that derailed his 2021 season, hip, and 2022 season, ankle, Dowdle finally stayed on the field. He had only 7 rushing attempts over his first 3 seasons in the league, but ran 89 times last year for 361 yards. He was Tony Pollard's second fiddle in 2023. This year, Josh Ball. You just get the feeling that someone on the offensive line is going to step up and perform better than expected. The leading candidate for this should be Brock Hoffman, as he could be the team's new starting center, replacing Tyler Biadasz. While that might be the obvious choice, let's think outside the box here and suggest that some good health may finally show up in year 4 for Josh Ball, as it did for Dowdle. Ball was selected in the 4th round in 2021. But an ankle injury in his rookie season and a hip injury last year landed him on injured reserve. He fell in the draft due to off-field issues, but the raw talent is there. If the Cowboys can get him working correctly, he could become a viable backup interior lineman this season, Franlin. One of the main reasons Josh Ball might stand out is the need for depth on the offensive line. With the frequent injuries that plague linemen, Ball's versatility could be a valuable asset. He has already shown flashes of his potential when healthy, and with more experience and development, he could finally cement his spot on the roster. Another factor that could contribute to Ball's success is the new philosophy of the Cowboys' offensive line coach. Adapting to a new system can often reinvigorate players who were on the fringes. If Ball can absorb the new techniques and schemes well, he might become a crucial element in protecting Dak Prescott and blocking for the running game. Additionally, Ball's personal motivation to prove his worth cannot be underestimated. Players who have faced adversity, such as significant injuries, often return with a renewed determination to show they belong in the league. This resilience mindset could drive Ball to a performance that surprises both fans and analysts. Finally, it's important to remember that opportunities in the NFL can arise in unexpected ways. Injuries or underperformance from other players can open doors for those ready to seize them. If Josh Ball continues to work hard and stays healthy, he could be one of the most inspiring redemption stories of the Cowboys 2024 season. Hey everyone, what did you think of our predictions for the Cowboys in 2024? Leave your comment and share your opinion. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to our channel. That way you won't miss any new videos that come out every day with analysis, news, and much more about the NFL. See you next time.
In my head, I go from living to dead. You got me seeing all red. Now I'm becoming a threat. I fucking heard what you said. I'll make you have some regrets. And no, I never forget. So now you have a few debts. That shit, it needs to be paid with blood or some sort of pain. You caused a permanent stain, which has determined your fate. I've never seen so clear. I feel the end and it's near. The day of reckoning's here. The sound of deafening fear. If you try